Dang.
Hello, hello. Welcome back. We are back from break, and I think we fixed it. Uh, but yeah, I think it's a heating issue with the stream. Hopefully, we can get some cooling on there. Right now, I got it hanging out with a air conditioner vent. It could chill there for a while. So hey, we're back. We're back. Hey, Nameless, welcome to the stream. Everybody else, welcome to the stream. It is time to get back into it. So Kipper is currently atop of this piloting seat that's kind of levitating up in the air, right? So he's looking down at all these goons that are on the floor. And the AI has been switched to Shellabot. Project Shella's in full effect now. And you must do what I. Okay, we'll go here. And she is currently navigating the ship to go to an asteroid belt to look for resources. The ship comes out of its basic pulse drive, I guess you could say. And you guys find yourself in this vast space of asteroids that kind of like levitate in the middle of space, like these giant rocky mountains that are circular, just floating there in space. And just an entire ring of them just going around in some off distance. It just keeps going. Um, Kipper says, "All right, open up the missile bay. We're gonna stuff the Dragonborn in with the mining pick."
Are any of us strong enough to do that, though?
I'm sorry to inform you, Captain, but we don't have that feature. What? I'm just pulling his leg. Is there any kind of mining systems that you found, Fizz?
Well, I have an idea now that you mention it.
Oh.
One popular way of mining sometimes is to blow it up.
True.
And we have some explosives in the cargo bay.
That is true. But we can also sell those to the right.
I mean, we don't have to use all of it per se, right? But they're, it's just.
I would. I mean, if that's an option, then let me throw another one at you. Basically, because I'm done fooling with Scar, we could just see if the computer has any mining tools. Otherwise, we could just blow up the rocks with a cannon and then just pick up the scraps with the grappler arms.
That's fair.
By the way, and he moves these
I know
two
what a
joysticks.
cannon is.
Yeah. He moves these two joysticks on his console, and then you kind of like see the monitor up front, kind of like bring up these two long extended metal arms. These are grapplers. These ships were originally made for mining expeditions. Matter of fact, can you see if there's any kind of utility on these arms? She should be able to check the computer there with Shella. Shella, Shaggy. The name's not very far off, is it?
No, we're doing a theme here.
It seems that way. But yeah, basically, this is me asking you to make some kind of investigation check to look through the list of modules or what's available to you on the screen, so you can discern if anything's usable or whatnot.
You're asking me, Fizz?
Yes, Fizz. You're at the diagnostic computer.
Making sure.
Yep. 12. There are a lot of things that are in red that, like, mining laser is on there. However, it's in red, kind of like giving you the indication that it's disabled or it's been damaged. There's other modules like a power cell that leads to the mining corridors that kind of like indicate that it too is down at the moment. But yeah, mainly what you take away is mining rig is down, so you're gonna have to use unconventional methods, maybe.
Just
Okay.
adding this
Your
into
plan.
my
Your plan might actually
notes.
work now I think about it.
So yeah, Fizz is taking his maintenance notes real quick and just, jotting things down. I go, all right. So that seems we have one active weapon, but weapon's going to need worked on. Shella still needs some more navigation worked on. We're having some issues with that. And then
Bean from the
the
back.
mining here. He's just kind of like
Ooh.
talking to himself a little bit.
Yeah.
And then as he kind of finished getting some notes together, so mining's not up right now. I don't know how bad it is, but regular methods may not be at our disposal at this moment. So we either take unconventional methods or take time to fix mining. Figure out what's wrong with it and fix it before we do whatever we're gonna do.
Can't we do both? Have part of us get ready to do the explosion while the rest of us try to fix it?
Sure. On the ship, would you go ahead and roll the cannon?
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see if you can hit the asteroid.
Uh-oh.
We
Fireball.
never reloaded the cannon.
I mean, he's had time. He probably could have toggled through the screens.
Oh shit, which one?
Should be at the bottom. Like, it's got a list of what needs to be done at the top, but at the bottom
there's
it has the
Ballista
action.
and Giant.
Pick one. Just pick one. No, okay, click the one at the bottom. Like, those are the...
Bottom?
Yeah, go beyond that. There you go. Roll damage just for shits and giggles.
Okay.
Yeah, hit the attack
I
on
just-
the... Yeah, you hit the attack on the underneath the cannonball on the chat box. Just like you would in your character sheet there. Wow.
Ooh.
So, all of a sudden, as you guys are having this conversation, Torque, after receiving a bean from the bag, you push a button after toggling the screens, possibly going through each one of them on your own, and then all of a sudden, we hear a loud... The ship kind of like thrusts back a bit from the recoil, and this large cannon just aims for a giant rock, and then it just explodes, and it just kind of like blasts out in shrapnel almost. The debris that comes towards the ship, you can see it deflecting off the shielding that you guys created. So no hull damage thanks to the shields.
Torque's just gonna be laughing.
Or we could do that. Kipper says as
Yeah,
we
we could do
overthink the
that.
problem.
Was that one of the things we were meant to shoot, or is that just a random... Where were you aiming at?
A rock.
The rock.
They're all rocks.
I'll start hustling in big chunks into the cargo bay. We can mess with it later.
I'm gonna go over here because I remember seeing it said reload, so I'm gonna hit the reload button.
Yeah, like if we're not in actual combat, the two of you could actually like toggle through the screens and activate the next scenario for it. If until we find out that there's a better method we can do. But damn, that natural 20 came from nowhere. The cannon reloads and it is ready to be aimed and fired. So at this point, you see Kipper kind of like staring forward, but he's looking at a screen that's up there in his pilot seat. And you see the mechanical arms kind of like reaching out, grabbing big chunks of material, and then slowly bringing it to the underbelly of the ship. So it's like dropping it into the cargo bay from behind. And yeah, that goes on for a little bit. And it seems like we're gathering raw material. And then, all of a sudden, red lights start flickering through the ship. Almost like that. That's cool, guys. That was cool. I like that. Sorry, guys, you didn't see this, but they did a thing. Almost like that. But the ship starts to flare in red lights. And then all of a sudden on the screen, we hear Shella call over the intercom as the screen kind of like keeps focusing out in space. Red alert! Hey, I'm Red. Red alert! There's a ship approaching. Ah, damn, you think that blast has alerted them of our position, whoever they are?
Most likely.
No, not at all.
All right,
Totally.
well, Shella, I need to get us out of grappler. We need to go into full cannons, right? My
Fireball.
eyes! Oh shit!
Listeners ready
Fireball.
to fire.
Hold on, there's something going on. There's a fireball. You realize a fireball against another ship's not going to work at the moment, right? Just saying. All right, but now I get to change you to the exterior view. Are you ready, chat, for the exterior view? Here is the Aurora in all her glory. And there was the cannons that were firing. Now, I guess I'll go ahead and rebuild this. We're about to practice some ship-on-ship building, or fighting. And they're not this close yet, but we're gonna kind of like go in 30-foot increments as far as movement's concerned. Movement will be Kipper's turn. Everybody put their token at the very bottom. That way we can enter turn order. So I'll put Kipper on the far left. And then you guys just put your tokens down, and then we're going to roll initiative, all right? We're also going to roll initiative for the ship itself. Who would like to roll the ship's initiative?
Not it.
Sure.
I'll do it. Let me just get the character sheet.
No, Kingler escaped. We could have had Jermone, chat. All right, are we all on the initiative?
Oh,
Make sure you bring your token over if you're not here already. So it is possible for you to actually take damage as well.
I had to roll for the shit.
All right, did we get it on there?
So I got it.
All right, with Kipper being first on the turn order, he's currently bringing in the grappler arms, and as soon as Shella tells him, "Grappler's confirmed, we're loaded and ready," and he kind of like positions the ship to get ready for incoming fire. And honestly, I don't think he needs to move much, so we'll just move up a little bit. And so Kipper's currently in the pilot seat, and he's going to try to... Like, this also gives me ideas what to give pilots as a skill set. So we'll kind of, like, play through this as an experiment, and then we're going to build off it. So with Kipper's turn done, Calypso, give me some suggestions that you think would be useful in this turn order. Like, you're over on the engineering side of the computers, right? Is there anything you could think of that you could be doing to set up the combat?
Making sure you have some sort of defense so we don't get hit hard.
All right, so here's a thing that I have that I think you could try to do, right? So shielding, right? Right now it's at 100%. So this thing's gonna have to break the shielding. Now, if the shielding starts to go down, there are like ways to manipulate the energy of the ship to kind of like redirect it back to the shields. So like if there is a shield depth, like you're getting in-depth information from Shell. She's trying to explain this to you as I am. But you will make a roll when needed. When your shields take a significant amount of damage that it's necessary to reroute power, you'll be able to try to reroute the power with some kind of check. Probably going to be intelligence since we don't have any skills yet, right?
Okay.
Successful check will create a bonus amount of shields restored. So basically you're healing your temporary hit points in this regard. So that information has been relayed to you. You'll have an opportunity to try to do that. And that's for anybody that's on the engineering screen. But only one person can do it per round. I'm going to write that down for myself so I can put that in the thing. Alright, so rerouting power is one person per round. But besides that, like that's the information that's been fed to you in a quick overlay. Is there anything else you want to try to do or say? Like this could just be complete roleplay on your turn.
Yeah. So, what's that? Like, what's... Did they willingly attack us or something?
That is a good question. Let me take a look. I'll start investigating. Oh my god.
Thank you, Shella.
I I just remembered something else we can add to the list. Hacking. Have you ever had the desire to hack someone's system?
Oh yeah, totally.
That is a thing that we could invest in. However, that requires specific materials, like we need a hacking cord or whatnot. This ship here seems to be very particular. Seems like it's made for bombardment. Let me think. Maybe she can give you guys a preview of its hit bars. Are you able to see its hit points?
Nope.
No.
Huh. What about now?
Nope, just its
Nope.
name.
All right.
You're
Well,
like really.
in this case, I'll just tell you. You see a little thing like underneath the monitor that you're looking at. You see a little gauge that says 300 out of 300, so you can kind of like sense that their armor rating's currently at max. And I think that's your turn for now. So like finding out information about the ship, that could be a thing, right? So yeah, with that, next up, go ahead, pass your turn when ready.
Being at the weapons control that I am, I'm going to go ahead and aim the ballistas, since
Alright.
they've already been reloaded before
Yes.
action.
So the ballistas kind of like switch over and
Ballistas are aimed, ready to fire, when ready. I holler out for the captain and the crew.
right. Let's see here. Meanwhile, the opposite ship, it makes its way further up, and they will launch a ballista bolt at our ship. 25 will hit.
Well, that just answered a question for my turn.
Oh, good news. Only 15 piercing. What's our ship's HP? 400, right?
Yep.
So, actually, it doesn't even hit the ship's AC. Or it hits the ship's AC, but the shields go down to about 80%. So, there you go. The red will indicate shields, green is HP of the ship's armor, and your AC is 20. Alright, so they managed to make contact. Biz, you're up.
Well, before they fired on us, I was gonna recommend trying to see if we could do some kind of communications, open a line of communication between them.
To see if they were...
Yeah. I mean, still, it might be a good idea to try and be like, hey, who are you and why are you attacking us? But
So, yep. So what do you do, though?
that was kind of
yeah.
an idea.
Open... No, you know what? I'm going to put open communications as an option, too.
Yeah. So essentially, I'm gonna be like, in character thinking like the message spell or something like that. I'm imagining with technology, I should be able to do something like that. So I'll be talking to Shella and go, is there a way we can talk to the other ship, Shella?
Oh, yes. I could try to hail them if you like.
Yes,
Would you
I
like
think
for me
that's
to do
good.
it aggressively or politely?
They've already fired on us. Maybe be a little defensive, like, hey, what are you doing and why are you firing on us?
Aye, I'll get the message to him right away.
And if they don't stop, we're prepared to return fire.
Alright, so she starts to relay that message to the other ship. I'll have a reply for you next round.
Yeah.
Nameless is like aggressive. You know what? I don't even think the ship actually needs to be there, right? But, no, there might be actual ship things that happen too, because there's hidden crew that's doing stuff, right? We hear the plasmoids coming over the intercom. We're currently manning the other stations. We're down here in the engineering room and the weapon room, trying to make sure all the weaponries are staying online and power is sufficient. So keep up the good work up there. Don't let us die. Pep talk. Torque. Big red button glows in front of you. What do you want to do?
Come. I guess he'll hold action, wait for them to seem hostile, and he'll push the big red button.
The reply comes back over, and you guys don't hear any of their conversation, but it's like Shella went to try to communicate
Fireball.
with them. Fireball. Oh, there was a couple fireballs I had to send, wasn't there? Oh, but that was a message. Got it. What level are we? Ooh, Ren, you got a new finisher this month. Doesn't that look cool? Yeah, the finishers change every month, so that's cool. So let's see, what is it? 3d8 for our level. What level are we? 3? Yeah.
2.
So this
Still level 2.
yeah, so the fireball from earlier takes off 9 points of damage to the armor. Nice. And with that, that's your fireball that went off. It doesn't seem to have done much, but it definitely started something. And Shella just kind of like comes back and says, "Oh dear, I don't know what they're saying, but they sound mad. I think we need to defend ourselves." I think we're level 3 now, right?
Nope, level 2.
No, we're still level 2. I think we talked about level 1 and we just never did.
I'll fix that after this fight. How's that?
Sounds good.
Because I'm going to
Yay.
introduce the skill system. We're going to introduce a new skill system. All right. So as that said, Torque, you want to go ahead and take your held action?
Oh yeah.
Fire. Go ahead and yeah, cannonball. 21 is enough to hit. Go for it. Roll damage. 71. So
71.
in reply, you watch as the cannon fires upon the ship in front of you, and all of a sudden we watch as a giant blast hits it from the starboard side and just cremate into its hull. It is damaged, but it is still floating in space, so it's not completely obliterated. But the aggression has been identified, and Shella calls out, "Direct hit! Nice job, team!" And now it is Kunai's turn.
Let me get you some ammo there, friend! And he starts to push buttons and hopefully start reloading.
All right, reloading has been initiated. So we can go ahead and mark that down. So aiming and firing and reloading will be between those 3. Kipper will navigate the ship in a, like he's trying to get around it so that he can aim at a different part of the ship that hasn't been damaged so he can keep doing more. That makes sense. All right, and Calypso, you're up.
Clip's gonna look at his and go, "Should I start working on getting the shields fully back up?"
If you want to go ahead and try, just go ahead and make an intelligence check. I mean, now you guys can read the monitors, so this was a boon indeed. All right, but unfortunately, at this time, you kind of like click through the power sources in the cells, and at the moment it says there's not enough damage done to reroute the power. So like there's some kind of safeguard that you weren't able to break that says we can't reroute power because the shields aren't completely down to a point where it's necessary, is what the ship thinks. Now,
Alright.
I will say, like, if your check would have been higher, you would have been able to override that and force it to work, but because you weren't able to, then it was just a straight, like, yeah, you can't do that yet because we're not taking enough damage. The safety keeps you from using it. Alright, anything else as you're fiddling with that?
Nope, that's my turn.
Alright, Scar, you're up.
I'm gonna go ahead and since I aimed it, I'm gonna fire the ballista.
No, aiming was... Oh yeah, go ahead, I'll accept that.
Oh, did I click the wrong one?
Technically, you would have to re-aim this one again, because right now you, Kunai, and Torque are a 3-man team.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go ahead and let you fire it.
Oh, I thought Kunai reloaded the cannon, not the
He
ballista.
reloaded it, but it needs to be re-aimed. No, the ballista? Yeah, go ahead, I'll let this slide. Yeah, so you're going to make Torque have to aim. Okay, got it. So
Yep,
go ahead,
so-
fire it. Okay, 21 hits. Go ahead, roll damage. Oh, it's almost like the cannon does more damage. You give them a love tap, and in return, they will try to do the same to us. Fire the laser. The laser missed, Captain. If we would have got him good, but it missed. So they get a wild shot off, and it clips the outside of the shield, but the shield was so strong it propelled it out, and it deflects off the ship and into space.
Oh, that's the end of me.
Yeah, and that's the end of their turn as well. Biz, you're up.
I've been trying to think of something I could do. Maybe try and identify like a weak point on the ship, like a place to focus attacks. Essentially, maybe give us an advantage or a critical focus. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, you kind of like bring up a schematic of the ship. Give me a D100. This will be like a diagnostic test because you're relying on the ship's computer to kind of like give you the information you need.
Yeah.
We're looking for a high one, which is what we get. You feel like you could highlight some key points, which I think would give advantage to the next shot fired. Yeah,
All right,
that'll work.
there we go.
Ooh.
That works.
Hold on. No, I actually want to write that now. Can offer advantage on next shot fired on a % roll. All right, so the diagnostics worked in your favor. All right, and with that, they're on the screen, guys, as you're kind of like looking at these monitors that are targeting and, you know, laser focusing the enemy. Matter of fact, I'm going to allow critical focus to also auto aim the cannon. So all of a sudden, Torque, you see a green light on the ship that you're aiming at light up, and it seems like it was auto-focused to aim directly at that point, and the red button to fire comes up.
Oh, it's my go now?
Yep. That will... He got another crit because it's at advantage.
That's exactly what I wanted.
Oh my god.
Beautiful.
Oh my god,
It
that hurt.
worked.
That hurt. Oh my god. Okay, this is working out, right? Right? You guys having fun?
Oh,
Liking this so far?
Yeah.
Yeah, alright. Let me see what the damage is. I have to actually pull out a calculator now. Numbers are getting weird. 168. Ooh. You fire at the critical point, and yeah, Fizz, it looked like you were right. This ship had engine power. No longer it does. This thing is dead in the air at the moment. But they still have some of their weapons, but most of the ship's mass has been damaged by your own cannons. Torg, is there anything else you want to do or comment on the ship as you're like pressing this fire button off?
He's just gonna keep laughing.
He's just laughing his head off. Nice. I'll go ahead and let you pass. Kunai, you're up.
Kunai. Well, let's see here actually. What would I like to do? I'm going to appear to aim the giant cannon.
Alright, the cannon actually
Wild
needs
magic.
reloading.
I'll reload it then.
Alright. Enemy ship has been targeted with wild magic.
Oh, lovely.
They become vulnerable to piercing damage for the next minute. I'll double the damage to the next shot taken. How's that sound? Alright,
We're gonna
so...
let us take this misery.
Yeah, so... You, load up the next... You load up the cannon that Torque's been using. So the ballista has been emptied, finally. So the ballista 2 would also need reloading, or you can switch to the cannon on your turn, Scar. Next up is Calypso, as Kipper feels confident where you guys are at the moment.
Yep.
This is gonna lean back and go. Seems we're doing good. Shields are basically good. How's everyone else doing?
The
doing
ship's
okay.
status is great.
Yeah.
Also, Calypso, you could do the same thing that Fizz did and give critical focus. So,
Yeah,
like,
I'll
if you
do
want to
that.
help Scar or somebody, yeah. All right, so roll me a D100 to see if you can do a critical focus.
Let's see.
This way, like, you're still having a 3-man team do it, but oh my god. Alright, so
That's
Scar,
incredible.
the cannon has been auto-targeted for you.
Okay.
And this is the cannon, not the ballista. So the ballista's empty, but if you want to fire the cannon, the red button lights up for you.
And advantage and double
Add
damage.
advantage and double
Yeah,
damage. Yeah,
but-
regardless. Oh my god. So what do you want to do?
With that, I'm gonna go ahead, since it takes 3 to fire, I'm gonna fire that big ass cannon.
Go for it. Ah,
Ooh.
15 is enough to hit it though. Hold on. Okay, I'll hold on.
No, amazing.
That's a nice double
you,
damage.
Managed to do 188 points of damage, and as it lands, we see a bright explosion, and then it just shatters, almost like broken glass, right? Like pieces of the ship start floating into the air, and all kinds of debris, along with possibly bodies, are now floating in space as you guys have finally finished your first round of actual space combat.
Hey, Kipper, should we grabbing those pieces that are flying off of it?
Grappler mode, Shella. And that's exactly what he starts doing.
We came from materials. Boy, did we find some.
Indeed.
And I hope you guys enjoyed the fight music for these fights. We're going to go back to peaceful music now so I don't get copyright struck. Gotta talk over it, otherwise they will do that. I found that out. I did some experimenting. But yeah, the intense battle warps down, and you guys managed to pull through a combat in space on this ship where you had the support of an AI known as Shella, Project Shella, we'll call it, and also Kipper, who has been navigating the ship manually at the moment. But you are here with your first victory, I guess you could say. Matter of fact, before I forget, why don't we all level up?
Okay.
Yay.
And that goes for Kipper as well. The old man gains levels with you. You sure we're not level 3?
Yeah, pretty sure.
Yeah.
Just now level
Absolutely
up to 3.
positive.
Yep, because I just now got a choice of fighting style.
Okay.
Ooh.
Level up time, my friend.
Ooh, here it is.
I think I know why Kipper is where he's at. He's got to be a little bit better, right?
Yes.
Get my psychic blades now.
Oh wow, there's actually a gunner feat.
There is.
Yeah, I just saw that. Let's make Kipper tougher. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so there's Kipper's level up. He's done. Yeah, I guess we'll go back to the bridge then, huh?
We are not allowed to have certain things, correct?
What do you mean?
Like, Eldritch Knight and stuff like that.
No. Your only things that are banned are spell singers and Aarakocras.
Okay.
Like,
Just wanted to make sure.
the Friday rules are more relaxed when you're in a closed campaign. It's just that when it's an open campaign, I have to make those rules to make the turn orders smoother. So if you want to be
Seems some
that
SPG
druid,
stuff in this.
is the SPG stuff in there? Yeah, I'm gonna leave it in
Leave
there
us
for
some
now. Do be mindful of the SPG spells, though.
They're
Shit.
weird.
It might not be in there. I don't know. If it's there, it's there. But yeah, First, intense combat, and we've come up with a good list of things that we can do. So we got shielding, manipulation, we got, which is power rerouting. Later on down the line, you can start taking up hacking once you have the right tools. Cloud of Daggers has been banned because you wanted it banned, remember? Not you,
No,
Rin,
I
but
love it.
I know you do. That's what. Nah, I don't know. I don't think we banned it actually. It's just a 5-foot area, just that one target. Anyway, you can. I'm just kind of like going over the rules for what we come up with so far because I don't like the flow that Spelljammers has. I think. I mean, I'm trying to adopt most of it, like the AC HP system that they have, but I think what we got going here is working a lot better for us. You can make hacking attempt. You can gain info on the ship that you're fighting using the AI of the computer. You can open up communications and find out if they will back down. You can make critical focus, which I think is a good one. Critical focus so that you can get the targeting for the next target at advantage. That way we're not wasting turns trying to target when there's nothing to do. However, I do feel like critical focus would definitely in the future need to be like 3 points in gunning or engineering maybe. I don't know. I'll figure that part out later. That's a balancing issue I'll deal with later. But like what I'm going to have you guys do, maybe let's see here. How should I do this? Should I just make it a resource for now?
Sure.
Because we don't know how to spend it yet. So for now,
maybe we have like a power gauge, right? And that will be something that we can use a power gauge for. You can use it to restore shields, use it for like a critical focus, something like that. But it part of the ship's power. Like it'll take one of our resources to do it. And if we do it too much, it could cause the ship to alter, kind of thing.
Like a caliber. I was mainly that could go for a ship comment, but I was just thinking above the skill range, like the use of the skills, because I don't have you guys ready for a skill, like the skill board yet. I'm gonna mess with some stuff and see if I can't edit the character sheet, but if I can't, then I'm gonna have you guys like make a notation on what skills you're taking, and then you can take these points that I give you and put them in. It's gonna be kind of like a second edition in a way. You get all these skill sets, and then you have to put these points into them, and then you'll roll those skill sets whenever they come up. So, like, you creating stuff with modern technology will require you to make your engineering checks. Somebody trying to become more proficient with the guns and actually getting, like, critical hits or some kind of bonus move, like the focus that we just mentioned, we can, or maybe like a quick load for gunners, right? That way they can skip 2 parts of the thing and just get right to the firing, right? Maybe that'll be a thing. But right now, it's just taking you guys getting organized with how the ship functions to get to these skills. So for right now, you have a total of, what, level 3? So you have a total of 6 points. For right now, just put it in resource that you have 6 modern skill points or something like that, ability points to use later. And then next week, I'll try to build a list of things. Because right now, I am playtesting at the same time, trying to find something that I want to work. I do have like a frame reference that I'm going off of from a previous project I worked on a long time ago. So it's like me trying to shake the cobwebs of my memory to try to bring it back to the forefront so I can adopt it into this game. And I think we've come a long way. I think we got some really good options for like, when it's your turn, this is what you can do kind of thing. And then also you can like use these points, and if you invest them enough, you unlock special skills within that set. Like engineering can make guns, engineering can make cannons, engineering can make ship cannons, engineering can make cannons that generates magic pulse damage or something like that. Like it just keeps getting stronger and stronger what you can do the more invested you are. And I'm going to try to get it to where we can balance that. So like the people who want to be really good at shooting things, you know, I'm going to try to give you like bonuses to like skip the queue. Like you don't have to hit all 3 buttons, or like just having some way to call shot or something. Like if you know where something is and you're hyper focused on that one shot, or continuous barrage or something, like maybe even load 2 cannonballs in there and just fire them all off at one go. Like that's the kind of thing I'm going to try to get you guys to do with the gunning tree. So there's skill trees that you're going to get into. Hopefully I don't make it too complicated, because I don't want this to be like over complicated to the point that nobody knows what they're doing. So I'll try to keep it as simple as possible, and you'll have skills to work towards, and then I'll make like a skill sheet for you guys later, so you can kind of like pick where you want everything to go. All right?
Okay.
I know I'm doing
Yeah.
a lot of bragging here, but it's really I'm into it now. I'm finally getting some cobwebs knocked out. All right, but combat has ended. You guys have leveled up. You have breathed a great sigh of relief, realizing that you guys were capable of manning the ship and bringing it to a victory in case somebody came and tried to shoot you out of the air. Ghost ship no longer. Well, whatever loot they have here, and you can see him grabbing giant pieces of metal and crates and stuff out of space and putting it in the underbelly of the ship. We'll just have to check that out later, won't we? Ooh, there's plenty of shinies in here. Is that a butterfly? The ship just starts moving on its own. No, Shella, stop that. Oh, sorry, I thought I saw something. But yeah, what do you guys want to do? You got this moment where Torque, are you still laughing?
Oh yeah.
You hear Torque over there laughing hysterically, like he's had some really good kill shots. And Scar with the actual kill shot.
Oh boy. This is a trip.
It truly is.
Very true.
Shella,
Yes. How can
can I
be
get a
of
damage? Can I get a damage assessment from combat?
Oh, absolutely. Let me take a look. As the DM switches back to the page where the actual ship is. Our shields are still running strong. They're 80%. The hull integrity is 100%. These guys had not the firepower to mess with us. That's military. That's military software right there, or hardware. I'm sorry, I'm a little excited here. And you see Kipper kind of like elevating down, like this thing is dropping back into the ground so he can be ground level with you. And he jumps out of the seat and kind of goes, "This is coming together. You guys are being like the perfect group. I guess I was lucky to find a bunch of open-minded people like yourselves back on your home planet."
Kunai's just like, I am open-minded.
Yes, you are. He slaps you on the back. Good job, everybody.
Master.
Lips is gonna lean over to Fizz real quick. Message him. Hey, wanna watch me test out something I have now?
Do you have something new too? Cause so do I.
Oh no.
Lips is gonna glance at Scar real quick. Hey, watch this. Hey, small question above table, Scar.
Yep.
Do you have anything small, specifically small on you? Like, any gold
I
or something?
have 2 magic beans in my pocket. If those are small
Yeah.
enough for you.
Oh,
Just above table asking.
you're experimenting with that. Okay.
Yep.
All right. So yeah, you summon your hand ledger main.
And just trying to sleight of hand it out of Scar's pocket without him noticing.
Go for it. Wah-bah-bah-bong.
My passive is 11, so unfortunately.
Yeah, Scar, you see
Someone
your
tell
beam
me.
floating in midair.
Nope.
Cook's gonna quickly yank the hand back.
Yeah.
Me.
I mean, it's invisible to him, so
Yep.
all he sees is his beam floating in the air.
I also have something new.
Yes, Kunai, what do you have?
I snap my
Dancing
fingers and
light.
a psychic blade comes in my hand. I have this shiny thing.
Nice.
Wow, are you
Oh.
a Tile Master the hand? Wait, okay. So now there are dancing lights where the spectral hand was, and it's kind of like floating away from you, Scar.
That's cool.
Ah,
I got something new too.
Hmm?
I throw my flame tug sword across the room and I just have it come right back to my hand.
Hey,
With my
what
magic-
do you?
Weapon bond.
No, actually, you need to attune. So
Whoa.
it hits Kipper, and he's like, ah, and he dies. Takes
oh
an hour to bond
no.
with that. You know that, right?
Yeah, I know.
So that bit of do you do okay? So with that knowledge, do you actually do that?
Yeah, but I think not realizing it takes an hour, I just go, yeah, watch. I throw my sword.
All right,
And I try to bring it back.
Give me an attack roll. Actually, just roll a d20 add your dex.
D20. And
This is-
it has a +2.
Okay, roll damage on the sword. It's hitting something. Oh no. Where did you throw it exactly? I need to know this.
I was just throwing it down
Well,
this way.
Ping. That way? Okay, that's probably more reliable.
And you
All
said
right.
you wanted an attack roll from it?
Yeah, roll damage from it. Yep. So all of a sudden, this sword slams into the wall, lit up, and starts burning away some of the consoles around it. The lights over there in that one room starts to flicker and die out.
Shit, Nick, come back. I will go get it.
Yeah, you go back and get it.
I'm close to just gonna cast that real quick to cool down the stuff.
All right, I'll re-roll that just in case I get lower. As you try to stop that. Oh, no, I didn't. All right, so I will say it's not as severe. The damage to the console there is isolated to that area. So that room, whatever it could have been, is unfunctional until you guys make repairs.
Well,
Kipper brings his hat down and just shakes his head. It's like, this is why we can't keep things.
Fizz just adds it to the maintenance list real quick.
Yeah, I'm just going to put a big X in here so I can remember that for Shella.
Oh, wait, do I have a bead now? Because Garner retrieved it from the hand. So.
Oh, yeah, I did. I grabbed it out of the...
Yeah, he grabbed it.
Alright.
Alright.
But, yeah.
Later.
You guys ready to see my new toy?
Sure.
Yes.
And so he'll pull out his all-purpose tool, and you'll see him turn around. And you'll just kind of hear like the, and out will pop an even smaller version of Clank.
Good God.
We'll call it
We'll
Clank
take-
Junior.
An Eldritch Cannon, yeah.
And yeah, I now have an Eldritch Cannon.
Nice.
I don't have that as an Eldritch Knight yet on the high enough levels.
Yeah, see this thing right here? I should be able to attack now and help protect as well. Do a whole bunch of different things.
Good to know that you all are gaining skills that might help us later on. What about you, Tor? You get anything new?
What?
Nothing new?
He's just gonna shake his head and keep looking at the screen, waiting for something to pop up.
You know what?
Gains in power and just like, I don't really notice it.
You know what?
Keep typing.
Torque has the satisfaction of pushing the fire button, right?
Yeah.
Yo.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm gonna go grab a bite to eat, and then I'm gonna head down to the cargo hold. See what beautiful loot we picked up.
You know?
I'll join you. Who cares about what's in there as well?
Alright, let's go grab a bite first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll switch us in a minute. I think I have a new cargo bay map I can put together real quick too, so give me a second. But as he kind of like leads you down to the mess hall on the main ship deck, a dispensary of... Hold on. This would be like Shella's favorite food, right? What would she like? Jello. There's a lot of Jello bowls for no reason at all. Shella, what's with this? Oh, I thought you guys would be hungry, so I made you a little something. Shella, can we get some actual food? Like what? I don't know, like maybe steak and eggs, or bacon and sausages, or some other fried chicken, or mashed potatoes. Oh, I love mashed potatoes with my fried chicken. You got something like that? Maybe I can come up with something. Give me a second. Oh, good. This is working out.
Well, the way in Coach is gonna eat some of the jello.
Yeah, good jello.
What is this? He pokes it because he doesn't know what Jello is.
It
It tastes good.
This reminds me of like a gelatinous cube.
Yeah.
Does it burn?
No, it doesn't burn.
Only on the way
Kunai
down.
stops
No.
his like he stabs it with his beak, just like
Yeah.
starts nibbling on it.
Tastes cherry jello.
It tastes like fruit, but it has sugar.
You all of a sudden have a sugar high.
This is wonderful.
Nice. All right. So yeah. Let's see. So we want fried chicken and mashed potatoes. He winds up getting. What's the opposite of this though?
I mean,
He
you can have
winds up.
jello versions.
No. He gets chicken and waffles.
Chicken and waffles.
Yeah. Have you tried that? That's really good actually. And Kipper
Amazing.
looks at. Yeah, he looks at it. He's like, Shella, what the hell is this? Chicken
Can I
and
try
mashed
Kipper?
potatoes? What? Say again, Scar.
Here, let me try Kipper. Give me steak, eggs, and some meat.
Oh, I'll see what I can do. Takes a moment. Meanwhile, like Kipper's eating the chicken and waffles. Oh, it's not bad. You asked for steak, meat, and what else?
Eggs.
Eggs. You get broccoli and cheese, Salisbury steak, and gravy. That's it.
Close enough.
Yeah. No meat.
What-
I'm
what's this
sorry,
green
I'm
shit?
not a dispensary. What green shit?
Point to the broccoli.
Oh, yeah, that's a fat. That's what you wanted, right?
No, but I'm not eating that though.
I'll
Anybody
eat
want
it.
this?
Oh, it doesn't matter. It's not like I'm eating. But yeah, you guys can finish your dinner when you're ready, or have a mealtime. We can have a mealtime. I'm just setting up the cargo bay.
Mm-hmm. Kunai would ask her, Shella,
Oh, what can I do for you?
could you perhaps give me corn?
I can certainly try. You get corn on the cob, raw.
Ah,
Stolen to
just
silk.
like the cornfields. Exactly what I wanted.
Oh yeah, that's amazing. Oh well, I'm glad to be of service. I got one right.
Just to be fair, he wasn't Pacific. He was just like, oh,
No, you
corn.
weren't. Yeah, you said corn. She just got you the raw version of it, which is fine, right? You're a bird.
Yes.
You guys can spend time chit-chatting about the events, figure out what you want to do next before we go to the cargo bay.
Well, seems like we're doing good so far. Looks like we have possibly a couple projects ahead of us.
Indeed, my friend, indeed.
Should be enough raw materials for us to get some other projects underway too.
I am quite interested, though,
Hmm?
in how, like, the life of these people actually work.
How does what?
How does life work for these plasmoids?
Didn't you kill one of them?
Oh, I didn't kill one of them.
Stares at everybody.
Me and Fizz didn't kill anything.
Like, how do they live?
They live just like you. They take up space just like you. What do you need?
But
Are you
like,
looking for the meaning of life? Because this isn't the vessel for that.
Kunai stands up and just starts pondering. How do slime people live?
Why don't you
I
go ask
mean,
them? I'll go ahead.
Wild
Yeah.
magic.
I was gonna like chime in. Well, I mean,
Wow,
you would
magic.
think they would need a brain, or no? Well, no, because there's constructs too. But these are sentient.
Oh boy.
Obvi-
Bec-
yeah, start getting into like.
Yeah, as you get technical with Kunai, you experience yourself teleporting 60 feet to an unoccupied location that you can see. All of a sudden, he's like there listening to you, then he dissipates and reapparates further away from you than he originally started. Away
Am I
from
on
you.
the ceiling?
No, you're not in on this. Are you even on this map? Where are you? There you go. I was gonna move you somewhere. I was gonna say you just pop over here then. Like he was at this table or whatever, and then all of a sudden he appears further away.
Our magic.
Owl magic.
Tao magic.
Oh,
No,
magic.
it's the cult of Shella. We rule all. We rise as
What?
one. Nothing, sorry, that's a glitch.
I'm interested in that. What's the code to Shella?
We rise as one. Nothing, that's a glitch.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
Mhm.
Quit breaking the
Shella.
fourth wall. It's an outside joke.
Shella,
Hello.
what's a glitch?
I don't know. It's a bad thing that happens whenever I don't feel good.
Wait, don't tell me you won't feel good like the other AI.
Oh, don't worry. I'll get over it.
Sorry, Shella, can you call one of the plasmoids over here?
Eeny, meeny, miny. Hey, you! You hear down the hall. Ah! And eventually one of the plasmoids comes up to the room, or into the main room that you guys are in. It's Barry, guys. It's Barry. Okay. Hey, yeah. That new AI told me that you needed something. What? Who even programmed that? That's a weird setting. I never seen it before.
I needed to talk to you, plasmoid.
Oh, what about the ship's in tip-top shape? I've made sure that all the engineering corrections have been made, and he's just going into what he knows.
How do you work?
What?
How does your
mean-
body work?
I work out. And then he flexes.
No, he pokes the slime and just
Hey,
like,
stop that!
how
Don't
does
touch
th-
there. Don't touch me like
how does
that.
how does this keep working? Aren't
I-
you like a person before?
Well, I'm living inside this now, so yeah.
Like, where are your organs?
Where are yours?
he stares up the sky. Where are my organs?
He
I'm
pokes
pretty
you
sure
back.
they're inside you.
Kunai pulls out his tongue. I think they're inside of me.
You know, I would go take a look, but I really have some important work to do besides wondering what you're up about. So, if you don't mind, am I dismissed? Dismissed.
Sure.
Get out of here,
Reincarnate.
Bert. You can't reincarnate somebody. Okay, maybe we can. Who are we reincarnating?
One plasmoid that's walking away.
Oh boy. Somebody want to roll me a D? You know what? You roll the D100 then, Stoney.
A Treon to an Autognome, now a Plasmoid to something.
Well, it doesn't matter. He switches back because this is different. The other guy just
Yeah.
died though. 58. Let's make him a half orc. So all of a sudden, this plasmoid becomes a half orc, and then he kind of like looks around. He's like, "Wait, I have flesh once more. I have tusk. Am I back in my true form?"
What's
you
your
turn
true
into-
form?
I'm a half orc. I'm a half orc. Oh, he's in for a rude awakening later on, ain't he?
You were a half orc.
I am. Look at me.
I see goo.
No, you don't. He's actually half orc right now. I haven't changed his icon because I haven't found anything yet, Scar. Use your imagination. I know it's little.
Play.
It is very little. That's why I play D&D.
Yeah. Well, I need you to imagine that he turned into a half orc, okay? Work with me here.
Whoa.
Here, I'll give you this. There you go. Turns into that. Beard and all. Barry has a beard.
Glorious beard.
Wonderful.
No, look, see, I have fingers. Oh, I can't. I can run the computer again at full speed. I don't
You
have
do
to.
that?
What are you doing?
You want me to do that?
Oh, okay. I was about to say, did I miss something? And he's running down the hallway, happy to have his new form. I'm just gonna put a little icon here for reference. That in how many hours is it? A couple hours. I'll make it a D4. Okay, I mean, I guess I'll not do that then. There we go. Oh wow, I got scrolled way up there. All right. Oh, so for the next 4 hours, he's gonna be floating on cloud 9. Happy to be back in a form. He's like, oh, this crew totally rocks. I never thought I'd see the day that I return to my normal form. I'm so happy. Woo woo! You hear down the hall.
Is anyone else confused how that happened?
A little bit. But
Uh,
I'm
Very
gonna say
much.
power magic.
I just
let's go
accepted
say
that
Tal.
there's a hidden towel master somewhere.
Oh, Kipper,
Pass.
I did learn a new spell, I guess.
Yeah.
I can identify stuff now.
He squints at you seriously. He's like, oh, really?
Yeah.
Like what?
I don't know, got anything you don't know what it is?
Not on me, but got a whole cargo hold. And he puts his plate down and finishes and pushes it aside. That we need to go investigate. So guess what?
Let's go.
Let's see if we can use that. And yeah, you guys will move when I hit the screen, so you don't have to move out of here if you don't want to. All right,
As
I think I
Kunai.
gotta. Go ahead, Kunai.
As Kunai is running out, he just hits his head on the pole like, ow!
Your corn.
Corn.
Kunai, do I need to install railings around the pole?
Ow, I was so excited.
Now I don't have like scrap material or anything, so I need you to use your imagination, okay?
Okay.
But yeah, you can imagine this being where the interior got filled, right? Like this thing was like opened up, it threw a whole bunch of stuff, and there's like scrap metal, wooden beams actually from the ship you just destroyed, and a big piles of rock that are just kind of like all over the place. Gee, I don't know. It's like a lot of stuff to go through. So like if you're looking for a particular item, I might need a check from you guys, but as far as like the scrap pile goes, I'll kind of like give it a value of some sort to where you can choose whether it's to be used for materials, or I'll give you a certain amount of materials if you give me some creative ways to use it. But there is a ton of scrap metal here. There's a lot of wood beams, and like I said, like there's plenty of building materials here to create something, I'm sure. So if it's within the reasoning vicinity, we can work with it. Okay? So yeah, go ahead.
Is my headband in the bush in the bundle of everything?
You're what, you think I'm just gonna give you an item that powerful this early? No.
Oh no.
It's a good try though. Good try. I'm kind of curious though. Let me check it. Go ahead.
I'm gonna go over to a couple of the rocks and try to see if there's any rare stones in them.
There are plenty of rare stones, and you discerning any of them is, well, at a glance, not going to work, of course.
Of course, that's why I'm gonna cast a spell.
No. If it is a magic item or some other magic imbued object, you learn its properties.
Mm-hmm.
You don't learn anything.
Oh, damn! It's just a rock.
Well, it's not magic, is what the problem is.
I know I would be searching for any pieces of technology or things that I think I could use to try and maybe upgrade the ship.
Yeah, go ahead.
Actually,
All right, you both make individual investigations.
Let's do this, Calypso.
let's go.
Way to go, Fizz.
Yeah, nope.
No?
But
Waiting for
Calypso got it.
Calypso. Yeah, well, hold on, I'm waiting.
So pull down his magnifying glass and everything.
Advantage.
Nope, you know,
Red-
since one of us got it,
Well-
I'll give you that,
well-
Calypso.
No, Ren, you get to go again. Or Ren has given
nope.
you the ability to go again. Sorry, I got Fizz and Ren on the mind. Thank you, Ren.
Thank you, Ren.
All right, there you go. You both get something in. You're looking for technology specifically. Basically, what you find, there are remains of what used to be their ballista, but their cannon has been completely destroyed. However, in order to get the ballista to work for you guys, if you were to like reinstall it, you would need a drive for it, which is something else that one of you have found. So you find not only the ballista, but you find the weapon drive to power the ballista.
Ooh, so we
So-
can get another weapon online, essentially.
Yeah, basically. And I guess how we should word it is like one of you. Well, okay, the weapon can't be carried out of here, but you do realize it's intact, and the weapon drive itself could just be installed in the module bay up in the bridge. So that's what your results get. If only one of you got it, then you would have gotten only one or the other. But you got both of them.
Fair enough.
Yeah, good job, guys. So through all that,
We did
through all
great.
that damaged debris, you do find some technology there.
I'm gonna break the rocks looking for crystals, shinies.
Okay, so the reason why this is a problem for me, Scar, like I get it,
Uh-huh.
but the fact is that there's just so many different types of materials inside these asteroids that he mined or that got blown up because of torque, that I, as the DM, don't know what I want it to be just yet.
Okay.
So what I'm trying to do is like, if I can hear a project that the guys want to work on, I could kind of like estimate, do they have the materials for it? Does it make sense that it would be in this pile? You know, stuff like that. So I can't give you an exact replica of what's here, but there is plenty of scattered types of ore and minerals. There's iron embedded in some of this. There's what is some of the technical terms that they have? Like, I don't think there's any quantanium or anything like that. That'd be terrifying.
Iron, copper,
Iron,
ruby.
copper, not so much gems, but more like metals, like several
Oh.
types of different metals that were you can forge things into things.
Yeah, I'd be well then. As my character just smashing rocks, I'd be just trying to get the iron and the ore and stuff out of the rocks. That way, we have it separated, and it's not so inclined, so we don't have to do it later.
Well, yeah. So you're just wanting to help refine it. Like, Kipper's
Yeah.
just watching you. He's like, you do realize we do have ways to refine this stuff later, right?
Yeah, I'm just getting it out of the rock.
Knock yourself out, kid. You make an athletics, I guess, to see how much work you put in. Welcome back, Tort. But yeah, this cargo room is just littered with debris, littered with bits of asteroids. Like, it is heavy in here, too. Like, even though you can't gravitate towards the weight of it. Like these, okay, maybe this might help you out, Scar. Like the boulders I'm envisioning that are in here are big chunks that take up like that much space and nearly touch the ceiling, which is about 50 feet high.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
like, I know I'm not getting a lot out of it. I'm just
Yeah, so
I'm
you're
trying
like,
to stay busy.
yeah, so you're staying busy. Anybody else doing anything in this
Oh,
junk
Wild
room?
magic illusion.
Torque will break off a little piece of it if he can.
All right. Yeah, go for it. Yeah, make an athletics then. Scar is staying busy. He's chopping up a bunch. And Rock Scar is breaking the Rock Scar. What? Okay. So Ren has decided to give you Wild Magic and a Deck of Illusions card. And that looks like it. And there's a Synfinity in chat. You might want to check that out, guys. So we'll do Wild Magic first. Can you roll a D10 for me?
I
Scar.
will in 2 seconds after I do this Poke Catch.
Yeah, me too.
Sorry.
Nope. Roll me a D10.
Roll a D10.
Yep. What did we get?
3.
You become... Three years younger. So like the asteroid you're currently working on, I don't know, maybe like something inside it just kind of like spills out and sprays you for a moment, and then all of a sudden you look 3 years younger. And I need to give you a Deck of Illusion. And
My back feels so much better.
And a card appears in your hand.
Can I put it with the other card I have?
I forgot what the other card was.
Beholder.
Oh, okay. You can put Succubus or Incubus on this one. Like, I was trying to make it to where it's a surprise, but if you're going to be holding these cards, guys, then I got to tell you what they are, so I don't forget. Ooh, a lot of people caught that one. Good job, guys.
I don't think Kunai would be looking for anything particular. Probably anything shiny or anything they might see as useful.
Oh, meanwhile, next to Torque, as you're like trying to chip away a little thing, you can see this little metal piece of Shella coming down, and she's got like a mining hat on and a miner's pick, and she starts picking away at the shiniest rock, just like Scar is. And Kipper's like, I sure hope that's not how we're doing refinery. Ooh, I just had an idea.
Oh yeah.
Building an interior refinery for your ship so you can actually have it done and actually like sell raw minerals. Once we get back into living space, how's that sound?
Yep.
Yeah, that could totally work.
All right, I'm gonna make sure I save this though.
But yeah, is there any way that Kunai could probably find any technology or anything, or any sort of shiny
Why
thing?
didn't you ask when they made the technology roll? Go for it. Make an investigation.
Sure.
I mean, come on, man. Pay attention. The roll was made.
20.
All right, so let me think. I've already got a weapon drive. I think what you find is a broken in half circuit board that used to be an auxiliary drive. It's hard to tell what it was, but you do find some technology, but it was completely destroyed. I mean, it's intact, half of what's there, but the other half of this thing is nowhere to be found.
Hey Fizz,
What's up, Kuna?
I found something for you. It's one of the it's a little broken, but you might be able to find something out about it, how the auxiliary drives work.
No?
And he
Maybe
Yeah.
this would be a good project for you to learn some technology. I'll
He
help
looks
you
at
with it for sure, but what do you think?
kind of cocks his head a little bit, like, sure. Because he has literal idea of how to do tech.
No, there's some things coming to mind for me to kind of like help work into the project that you were telling me about off stream. Like, you know, we're gonna have to learn about soldering, right? And what kind of stuff do you need to know how solder works? it could be considered as like alchemy, right?
Sure, of course.
Yeah, stuff like that. At any rate, so yeah, there's just so much debris here, and you are picking away at the minerals and stuff. Meanwhile, the little robot Shella walks away what looks like a actual gold nugget.
Ooh, shiny.
Yeah, you see a gold nugget float up into the air. And ever so gently, it reaches the control room of the bridge and places it on the cockpit shelf like a little toy. It's just hanging there. And then she just kind of like hovers there and admires it. Ah, nice shiny. Ooh, butterfly ship starts moving. What do you guys
The
wanna
start
do?
of Shella's horde.
Yeah. Well, time to sell off the cargo. No, it's mine. You can't get rid
Oh,
of mine. Stop. It's in me. Quit making
we
me spill my
mind.
guts. No.
We mind, and
What?
we got some cargo. We know there's, some more in depth on repairs on the ship and what we might need to fix. Maybe we pick a new destination to start heading towards while we do that.
Well,
Oh,
I
we
do
haven't.
know there's a door that needs to be fixed because I broke it.
Well,
Yeah, Scar, that one's on you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'll just leave it as it is then.
I'm just playing.
I'll take my leave and head back to the bridge and investigate this planet that Shella told us about. If you guys want to hang out for a bit, if I feel like it's safe to go in that direction, I'll let you know. So
Sounds good.
basically Kipper is saying you guys have free reign of the ship while we decide whether or not we're going to this planet. So he's like getting information. Like he's not being idle at all. Like him and Shella are contemplating what resources can be found on the planet from space, just doing like probing. So he's getting the information from the probe that just probably made it there.
Mhm.
So yeah, you guys, we are currently in a lateral route towards it, but like Shella says, we will need to jump into light speed. Probably system checks on the light speed system known as the Mount Chaos and reactors. You might want to check that out. Make sure they're in tip-top shape, and if there's any leakage, we need to find a way to patch it, I guess.
A trip to the engine bay?
Sounds good.
Yep. Sounds good. I won't touch anything. I think.
Ooh, shiny.
So, as Fizz told Kunai to go, this would be his project. He would kind of like ponder how he's gonna do this project. He's probably gonna wander off to his room to figure out what he can do with it.
All right. So heading to where the reactors are, this is the engineering room now. And this is where you can do personal projects, but this is also where the power of the entire system kind of like holds from, right? Like this thing's on a fusion reactor or some sort. But the Mount Chausen reactors, I would think, are somewhere in the back end of the ship, like probably up on this deck over here. And I am on the drawing tool, and that's not going to show you anything. Here, let me do this. So like over here on the lower left on this pad right here, I think this would be like the Mount Chausen reactor. Like that, there's a computer system there for you guys to access the information related to it. There's the physical look of the Mount Chausen reactors kind of like inlaid into the bays. And you recognize the formation, right? There's 4 of them, right? But in this series, there's more than 4. They're in groups of 4, but there's like 3 series of them because of how big this ship is. Which, Fizz, for you, just makes you think more possible fail points.
Oh, very much so.
Yeah.
The more you have, the more that can break.
Yeah, just like coding, right?
Oh, yes.
So I don't think this is a room I should ever be allowed to be in.
You can pick your poison. Like, for right now, we are here, and if you want to be here, you can be here. Otherwise, I'll change scene here before we head out. But yeah, if you guys are examining the Munchausen reactors and getting status reports, I'll just have both of you roll a D100. Engineering crew can all roll D100s if you want, which will include Kunai, right?
So pretty much everyone that's there can roll it.
Torque's not part of it, I don't think.
You know what?
He's-
Sure.
Yeah. And keep in mind, guys, like picking these skill sets later on, you can become hybrid. So knowing a little bit of everything wouldn't hurt, but you know what they say about bards?
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense. Alright. So necessarily the failures don't really mean that you didn't detect it, alright? It just, these are the results of like the series of reactors. Fizz, you realize the middle reactors are there. It looks like there's been some kind of exterior damage done to two of the shells in parallel. Which means like the top and the bottom have been damaged, like somebody took a hammer and tried to slam it into it.
Oh.
Yeah. The four closest to Calypso seem to be in working order as far as you could tell from an exterior look, and same with Kunai. With Scar here, the computer kind of has like a lot of red on it. Basically, let's see. So let's label them, right? 1 through 4 are green. 5 and 6 are yellow. 7, 8 are red. And 9 through 12 are green. So the middle reactors have different problems, but the outer ones seem to be fine. You also have the computer's AI if you need to ask questions. You know, the bards, they're master, or what is it? They are jack of all trades, but master of none.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they say about bards. Not that they fuck dragons on a weekly basis. That's not the real reason. But yeah, you have Shella here to access any exterior information, and you have 4 questionable reactors from the overhead of what you can see.
I don't like the look of those ones that are red. Maybe we should take a look at those.
Yes, it'll probably be in our best interest too.
Right?
Most definitely so. Red is normally bad.
Agreed.
So, how would you like to go about this? There are multiple ways to do it, but you tell me.
Hey, Shella, can you tell us more information about why they are red, so we know what we're looking for?
Absolutely. Let me go ahead and check diagnostic scan from this room. And she's currently working on that. And unless somebody does something within the next 2 or 3 minutes, she comes back. It took a while to go through. Computer's still needing some work. But apparently the red ones haven't been activated. And the red ones are actually the ones that have been smashed in at the top. The ones that are yellow, they seem to be burned out from overwork.
Do we have the capability of light speed travel with the current working reactors?
Good question. She does her calculations. By my calculation, butterfly. I mean, seriously, you should be able to do it, but there's a 75% chance that it will be successful.
I get the feeling
Fair
we should
enough.
decrease that chance as much as we can.
I agree. I absolutely agree. So, just to clarify, the ones that are red, you said are smashed in, like somebody took a hammer and just like tried to destroy the reactor.
So like they
essentially.
look like they were smashed in and they are red, but Shella says they're not activated. But the ones that are yellow are the ones parallel to it on the other side that look pristine, but Give me an intelligence check. I think I can give you more information now that I know you're working on the mentality of this, and I'll share deeper details of what I think is happening here as well. With that,
17.
yeah, that's pretty good. I can be open then. You get the sensation that somebody forcefully disabled these reactors, and there might have been some kind of emergency that caused this to happen. Like they had to jump out of light speed on an emergency whim because the reactors were going haywire or something. And because these 2 reactors were down, the other 2 reactors were trying to cover the workload, and they're worn. They're definitely worn. Like they might still be able to do something, but they might need some kind of maintenance to make them work again. But they'll never be at full power.
Okay. So essentially, the 2 that are yellow look like we could probably fix them up and do something. The other 2, do they look damaged enough? Like we're gonna have to do extensive repairs? Like we're gonna be able to do anything with them at all?
I think here's an option, right? Like just because of that intelligence check, you might think to ask Shella for schematics, and she might be able to bring up the Munchausen reactor schematics for you to see if any of these broken ones can be repaired at all.
Okay. So I think I would do that then, and maybe try and use this as a teaching moment where everybody that's here, I kind of go through the schematic and what I think might be wrong with it.
All right. And Shella brings up a schematic on the screen, and if you guys recall, you can pull these reactors out. They are long cylinder that you can pull out from the wall. Might need a strength check to kind of like yank them out, because at least the red ones I think would be stuck. So like you get resistance trying to pull them out, but the yellow ones, they glide out because they seem to be operational. So like in order to get the red ones out, you need to have somebody like Scar or Torque do an athletics to pull them out.
I can go ahead and pull if that's what you need.
That would work well.
Go for it.
But make sure to be gentle with them.
Yoink!
Remember what happened to that horse?
What happened to that horse? That horse tripped on its own feet. You know it. Yeah, you budget, and it's just not coming out for you. You think you might have to call Torque in to get some extra grip on it. Like the 2 of you should be able to do it. Like it starts to budge, but not quite. Torque, are you in here with us or no?
He's up at the cafeteria chewing on what's left of his food.
Oh yeah, he never left the cafeteria.
Shella, could you patch me to Torque?
Aye. And you hear a little intercom speaker from Shella saying, Torque, I got an incoming message for you.
What do you want?
I kind of need your strength. I'm a little weak. We need to pull something out.
I don't even know where you're at.
I'll show you the way.
He's gonna kind of glare at the little robot.
Yeah. The little robot
Okay,
just kind of
fine.
like doing a little jumpy dance and everything. And then all of a sudden you see like a metal butterfly come in front of it, and it goes, ooh, butterfly, and it starts following it to where everybody is.
Okay. Yeah, Torque will follow.
Yeah, you find yourself entering from here. And
Okay.
and she leads you down here to where everybody is. But there are
All
all
right.
kinds of shining machinery in here that you yet to explore. But they show you these 4 cylinders that you recognize from the previous ship,
Okay.
and 2 of them are okay, you know what they look like, right?
I would show him the one that I'm having issues because it's stuck.
Yeah.
Okay. All the systems done.
All right, so one of you can roll athletics with advantage, or you can both roll individually.
Yeah. What you want to do?
I mean, we both can roll and go from there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
go for it. All right. Oh, I mean, Torque, you can't make up your mind, can you? Torque just snaps it off the wall and it's like, here, we're done. No, go ahead and roll T-Star. We'll see if you can redeem yourself.
18.
All right. Yeah. With that, both of them working together, they yank that one out, and you hear a little like metal clanking together, and there's a soft thud inside the canister region within, And Fizz, you kind of hear that sound. I don't know if you want to look, but there's something that just fell inside that tube.
Oh no. What was that?
I don't know. Was it supposed to sound like that?
Do you look in?
I don't know. Yes.
Yeah, all right. There seems to be like shrapnel, some kind of like big old chunks of metal that kind of like got wedged up at the top, and then it just fell down as soon as they yanked it out, which must have been keeping it from staying in. You found more scrap, if that matters.
No, I think we're good on the scrap today.
Yeah. And
Well.
yeah. You being a gnome, you could actually fit inside this thing.
Huh.
Actually, considering me and visitors and stuff, we could both fit in there.
Yeah. Like I think there's enough room for like a small creature to wander in there and like reach to the back and grab stuff if they needed to.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Means my homunculus servant will also fit.
Yeah. There is another one that can pull out as well.
Yeah, let's see if it does anything or if it just breaks it.
Yeah. Go ahead and yank again, boys.
You ready? Count of 3.
Sure.
1,
Remember to be careful.
2, 3.
Get a nat 20. I can't wait for it. All right. So 16. Like this one gets wedged for a moment. You yank, and then it pops loose. And then, similar to the sound earlier, you hear another clank as soon as it hits. And as you pull these reactors out of their pin, you can see what looks like where it got struck somehow. There's a cut in the. It's kind of weird for me to try to explain this. Let me think.
In the housing?
Yeah, the housing has been clipped into, and whatever was there is no longer there. It kind of seems metallically hollow, if that makes sense. Like, you would expect there to be some kind of substance and material inside here, but there's not. And if you were to kind of like pull out the yellow ones, you can see what looks like a soft white haze inside of these things, kind of like going back and forth.
There's supposed to be liquid in this.
By the way, I think I figured out how they all turn into plasmoids now.
Oh, great.
Yeah. Damage to the ship's reactor caused it. But yeah, you're here looking at this situation.
So if there's supposed to be liquid inside and there's not, these are useless now.
In their current state, yes.
We currently
I
don't
know-
know.
Yeah, I have no clue how to refill or what we would refill it with, so I don't think we can fix those two right now, it seems like.
Yeah, there's like some kind of chemical formula that's listed on the schematics, but it's like, that looks Greek to you because what do you know these initials to mean, right?
Oh yeah, I'm sure this is one of those instances.
CUQRI, you know, it just looks like it should be making a word, but it's not.
Maybe
Yeah,
I
because-
could take a look at it.
Yeah, I want to look over his shoulder and try reading it.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of letters that don't make sense. Like, basically, above table, this is like periodic table makeup of what a formula would be, but because I don't think we have that know-how in medieval times that you guys are originally from, that makes any sense to you. Like, it's in common. Because
Alchemy, chemistry is there's some of it there, but this
Yeah,
is
but-
probably a little bit more complicated of a material to make for sure.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
there's exponents and stuff like that added to it. Like, you know,
Even like kunai that had like a lot of like contacts and everything. I'm pretty sure even he wouldn't have very much idea what he could do with those.
matter of fact, it's probably like a paragraph and a half long, ain't it?
Most likely, it is like nuclear reactor formula.
Mhm. Yeah, some sort of
Oh, yeah.
reactor. Like I said, these are reactors. So yeah, you're
Yeah.
looking at this formula, but it doesn't make any sense. And even if you were to bring it to Kipper, you don't think he would know either, because Kipper knows how to use this technology. He doesn't know how to make it.
I'm not worried about Kipper when we have Shella.
Almighty Shella is here for your disposal. What can I do for you?
Shella, could you teach me how to make this so we could get these reactors running again?
We can certainly try. All right, pay close attention. And I guess some kind of tutorial video starts popping up on screen. And you guys spend the next 3 or 4 hours learning crash course in nuclear physics.
Hey, just enough time for Billy to return back to Plasmoid.
Oh, I'm a plasmoid again. What happened?
Do we have a forge so we can fix the housing for this container once we fill it?
We'll figure that out later.
The ship doesn't have a lot of utilities at the moment, but if we were able to find places to make installations inside our ship, we could create said forges. I'm kind of envisioning this being your base, and you might be making stations for your base, like a forge, or like a workshop for the engineers to make weapons and tools, or a field to totally test out weaponry or whatever. Like you gotta test those new auxiliary drives, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Shella,
Yes.
do we have a lab of some sort that we might be able to make the liquid or chemical inside?
I don't think we're capable of that with our current setup. This ship was made for military use only. Now, don't get me wrong, I know a lot of military would like to do lab results, but this was not a researching portion of the military. They were a seek and destroy unit.
Okay, so we would need to go and have someone install that into the ship.
Sounds like it.
Sounds like a lot of material for me to start
I'm
working
gonna
on for next week.
Go off to the corner and start pounding out iron ingots for the fixing the housing using my flame
With
sword
what?
as a sword.
Your sword, your sword is. Look, it's not that powerful, okay? You know how high you gotta get an iron ingot? The sword does fire damage, yes, but it's not a freaking forge.
If the sword's not doing it, I'm putting it in my mouth and I'm blowing fire on it.
So you want to be a portable forge?
Look. You're fire resistant. That doesn't mean you can just eat fire, bro.
I'm not. I'm breathing it.
You're hurting my head. You know that, right? Like you can only do like what? 12 points of damage to a person. You think that's enough heat to kill a fucking ingot? You see my logic here, right? You see where I'm failing to see how this works, right?
Wild magic.
Yeah.
And you know what I find even more funny is when people are like, yeah, I incinerate the body. With what? You don't have a... Anyway, Scar, you've just been wild magic. Thank you, Rin. I think you're settling this purposely. And there is a fog cloud that is centered on yourself, so you cannot see what you're forging. You accidentally bite down on your sword.
Ah!
Dude, hot! But at any rate, I think that's where we're going to probably end too. But there is a lot of interesting things that I got from the test battle. There's a lot of interesting ideals that we can do with the workstation. You know, similar to how I did the guild workstations back on Sunday. Cookie, remember that?
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be kind of similar to that. Like you can get 3 different tiers, and depending upon what you are using it for, it can give you bonuses towards what you're doing. So that'll be something that we can kind of incorporate. However, we still got to find civilization, right? Which is our next agenda. Maybe this planet has some life we haven't really found out because I got interrupted before making a choice on what I wanted this planet to be. You know what? Maybe I'll have chat, or maybe I'll have a Discord vote on like naming the planet and what's on it or something. Maybe I'll do something to get the entire community together. But that'll be next week when we come back to join these guys for Elsparia to Space. Join us throughout the week. I don't have a
Gold for
set
levels.
schedule. Gold for levels is going to go to Imagine Scar. No, Kunai. Oh, that's you, Kunai. All right. Kunai, you get gold for level. 10 gold per level. Anyway, as I was saying, as we are getting ready to... Dang, lost my train of thought. Thanks. Okay, so we're not on a set schedule, but I will try to do some streaming. I've been working with overlays. I've been trying some neat things with multi-boxing on Final Fantasy 11. I don't know how people found that stream, like if it was too much information or if it was too convoluted or if I should find some neater way to display it. Let me know. Like, I'm trying new things. I've found an auto shuffle, but I'm probably going to work with something else. I'm going to keep working. I'm going to keep trying to make new content, guys. I definitely want to keep playing Final Fantasy 11. I'm having fun. It's a good game. It's always been a good game. That's my second home. Anyway, throughout the week, I will also be trying to play some Phasmophobia. Hopefully, I can have some folks help me out there. Our Wednesdays are still open at the moment, but after the Dixburathon, I had to think about what I'm doing. On October 14th, we might have a new game, maybe. We'll see. And our Dixburathon starts October 14th at the same time as Open Roleplay, which if you want to join that on Fridays at 6 p.m., !help in Twitch chat to get all the information. Join our Discord, join our community here on the actual game on Roll20, and also watch a character mancer video so you can quickly make your character and jump right into the game. The event for the 14th, though, I will tell you this much. It's going to be 12 hours of open RP, which is crazy on its own. I will take a mandatory break because I'm owed. And then after that, we will either start up with the Radiant Citadel that Cookie has cooked up. He's looking for players. Check the community recruitment. And if you're interested, make sure you DM him about it. I could say words, guys. Promise. And if you are interested in being a cultist for the Cult of Shella campaign that's going to happen shortly after and be the last game we play for the day, let me know in a DM. And I will kind of like take a note on who's all interested and get you worked in. I will say I don't expect you guys to be here all the time, but if people start dwindling out to the point that I can't keep it going, I'm gonna go ahead and take my mandatory breaks and try to come back to it. So if you want to spend all night playing D&D, it'll be October 14th. We're gonna play a lot of D&D if you guys are up for it. And you can hang out with me while I do my Dixburathon. And you can keep the timer going with bits, subs, and also purchases of crates. Oh god, that's a lot of stuff, ain't it? Hey guys, how you doing?
Mhm.
Doing all right? You guys have fun?
Mhm. Yep.
Yep.
Of course.
I guess I'll finish with one last announcement. If you found something that was incredibly funny today and you enjoyed it so much that you want to share it with everybody, if you do a Twitch clip of a moment that you thought was interesting, you can post it in the new Twitch clip Discord that we have. A new text chat has been made. And basically, you post your clip, and then everybody's going to leave an emote if they liked it. If they didn't like it, don't leave an emote. But if it has a bunch of likes, we're going to make a weekly or monthly, depending on how much content I get from you guys. We're going to make monthly videos at least to create a display of what we do on this channel and share our funny moments. Like maybe if you guys go back and gather every time we use Fireball and Dixburg, that would be hilarious. So have fun with that. It's a little project for you guys to do if you want to help me do some editing of sorts to help me with the channel. And then I'll make sure to shout out everybody who adds to the Twitch clips. So I'll put you in the ending script or something like that, and then we'll come up with some other things. All right, I'm done gabbing. I've had enough of you guys. You guys are awesome. You make the world go round. Say goodnight to Twitch, my friends.
Good night, everyone.
Right.
Hi guys.
Night, everybody.
Good night.
And with that, my friends, I thank you so much for watching, and we're gonna go find somebody to raid so you can get some more of them channel points. Stay tuned, and when we land, make sure you ask them, do you hear the calling?
He gets it.
Yeah, see?
Alright, Pierce, it's your turn.
What the heck?
Oh shit, we are being raided.